In the last couple of videos, we've been talking about differentiating between what is essential in a certain practice and what is nice, but it's not going to get in the way if you don't have it there. And that brings us to the question of the two identical goats you're supposed to be bringing Yom Kippur. So you bring these two goats, and one of them you draw a lot, and one of them is for Hashem, for God, and that one gets sacrificed in the temple. And the other one is for Azazel and gets taken out to the desert and pushed off a cliff. And it's this very, very weird ritual, but it's like these two identical goats, and which one is going to be in the temple, which one is going to be off a cliff. Very, very strange thing. But what if you can't find identical goats? Or you've got the identical goats and something happens to one of them and you need to bring out a new replacement goat in its place. Is the whole process going to go out the window? Sorry, can't do the Yom Kippur thing this year. We don't have the two identical goats. This one's, a hair taller than that one. This one's got a little bit of a brown spot where the other one is a white. Sorry, we're just going to have to skip this. No, it's like we had set a certain ideal. We're aiming for them to be identical. And I think it really kind of shows, the more identical they are, the more it really shows, the possibility of chance, the more that, we take this one turn in our life and we can do something on a very holy divine path, this other turn, and we can wind up in a very destructive path. And it's like these two identical goats. There's something, only a very small thing differentiating them, and one of them is part of like this incredibly holy avoda, this holy offering in the temple, and one of them is part of this weird ritual off in the desert. And so the more identical, the more that lesson really hits home on Yom Kippur. But identical is just the ideal. If we're lacking that and we can have two goats and they're not perfectly identical, the whole process still goes on and is still considered to be kosher.